to get it straight, so by serving so many people and by having a really flourishing life, actually, it started to impact you negatively.
Yes.
So let's talk finances first. How did it impact you negatively in your finances?
So because I was doing what I loved, I absolutely loved it. And they always say, you know, you should be willing to do it for free.
Oh.
And in terms of getting your foot in the door, sometimes that can become a bit of a downward spiral, can't it?
I see.
And because of the audience that I was working with, they weren't necessarily always in a position to pay. I was like, oh, no, it's okay, it's fine, I can manage this or I can manage that. And I'd got savings. I'd always really been taught the power of saving and investing and being wise. But somewhere in amongst that, I wasn't on top of my numbers, essentially. And that was kind of starting to dwindle. And this all was, and sort of just being here, there and everywhere, my mental mindset was starting to get where I was giving and giving and giving.
Of course.
I wasn't really being very careful with my self-care. And sort of retopping and renewing my mindset. And I'd got all these high expectations of myself, so I was starting to beat myself up a little bit and saying, oh, well, you should be here and you should be there, and why haven't you achieved this? And this was all in the midst of in the run-up to my wedding.
Of course.
So having a business yourself is it's like having a baby, isn't it? It's very consuming, both financially, you have to manage the investments, and if they don't always pay off, and emotionally, it's a big...
Definitely. What would you say was the lowest point? So, so the picture is you're building this business, it's doing very well, but you're not actually charging well enough. So the finances are being affected, you're being affected emotionally. What was the lowest point for you?
So I think the lowest point really was in the run-up to my wedding. So it's not really a good look as a bride, is it, if you've had a nervous breakdown? Just as you're entering into your marriage, into your new life.
It's like, hey, let's get married. Oh, by the way, my finances are in a mess.
And my husband, had seen me at those heights. We've been together since I was 17. He's seen me, at the height of my excellence, as it were. And then to see it kind of all falling apart around me, and me suddenly doubting who I was and not really knowing, he was going, well, how does it all fit together? Why isn't it, what's going wrong? Why isn't it working? And so I'd say that was the low point.
Definitely.
And it took quite an adjustment to get there. I invested in lots of coaching, lots of consultancy myself. I really took a step back from it to see to really learn who I was, what I stood for, what my values, what my principles were, what I did want to say yes to and what I didn't want to. I think boundaries setting is really important.
Let's talk about that for a minute, because you definitely had to create some boundaries, for sure, because it sounds like there were no boundaries. Because sometimes when you're a giver, you're just like, I'm 100%, I'm a giver, I'm a giver.
150%.
150%. You would take the clothes on my back and my whatever else. I'm a giver. So let's talk about how to create boundaries, because if you are going to have a lucrative life, not just in your finances, but in every area, you're going to need some boundaries in there. And this was a question that somebody asked on Instagram stories recently, actually. How do you create boundaries in your business and in your life? And I want to add, how do you do that without feeling bad about it?
Well, I think as a creative, we work very well with a limited brief. If somebody says to you, you have got 1, 2, 3, suddenly it sparks off in your mind. You're like, oh yeah, I can do this and I can do this and I can do this. If somebody says to you, you can do anything in the world, suddenly your brain freezes, you kind of get a little bit paralysed by it, and you're like, oh gosh, I don't know where to start. So I think for me, with everything, mindset needs to come first. You need to recognise that boundaries are really important. And that they free you up to do whatever it is you need to do with what you've got. It's not a limitation, it is something that is empowering you and is really awesome. And there's an analogy that has been given where it's scientific research that if you send kids into a park and you just tell them they can go anywhere they like, no boundaries, no fences, no anything, they all stick together and huddle in one space.
Of course, because it's like the people you know, familiarity. I know you, I'm going to stick with you.
They stick close to their parents or their teacher or whatever, and there's almost like a little culture of, okay, we need to be really safe. We need to not step out too much, not to play too much, just in case. Yeah. But if you say to them, okay, you can't go past the gate, make sure you stop when you get to the red fence. Yeah. Suddenly they're all over the playground and they're coming to the live, they're trying this, they're trying that, they're trying to get past the gate. That's right. As well, they're pushing those boundaries to see what they can do and what they can't do. I think that's a really useful way of looking at it in our business is, okay, it's not that I'm being limited, I'm not having all these impositions and these restrictions placed on me, but this is something that's really great, really awesome, and that is going to allow me to thrive.
So on that note, what kind of boundaries do you think we ought to have in our business in order to, serve ourselves and of course develop and grow the business? What sort of boundaries have you had to put in place?
We have to put boundaries on our time. We have to put boundaries on our money. Budgeting is really important. And again, as creatives sometimes, or in that kind of entrepreneurial spirit, we really want to go all out there and we understand the power of investment, etc. But you have to have your numbers. Yes, that's particularly as literate, we really like words as well often, that kind of right brain type thinking. Like words, but we have to get on top of the numbers, and if you can't do the numbers, get someone else to do it for you. So money is important, time boundaries, definitely. Self-care boundaries as well, boundaries within your relationship, the resources that you're working with. I think those are good ones to start with.
And like we said at the beginning, boundaries as to what you will say yes or no to. Yes. Like if you're going to do lots of free talks or free discovery calls or something like that, you're going to have some boundaries as to how many of these are going to be free and am I making an offer and all of those things, and just not feeling bad. I think that's the biggest thing, not feeling bad about creating those boundaries, knowing that they do serve you.
Hello, lucrative ladies. As you guys know, my mission in life is to help you to create a lucrative business and life that you love. And it is because of that we created the Lucrative Business Academy. Our goal with the Lucrative Business Academy is to provide you with the curriculum, coaching, and community to help you to take your business to the next level. LBA will provide you with the necessary step-by-step process to help you take your business forward. So whether you are just starting out in business, or perhaps you are more established but you want to get high-paying clients, or you are ready to scale your business, or perhaps you are stuck and just want to be unstuck. Well, the truth is that there are core principles for every single one of those, and that's where the Lucrative Business Academy comes in. We have 5 core areas inside the Lucrative Business Academy, and the first is, of course, our amazing courses. Take a look at everything that's waiting for you inside of the Academy. And every single month, that list increases because we are constantly adding new courses based on what our members need. As well as our amazing courses, you also have access to a live 2-hour masterclass with yours truly every single month, where we get to dive deep on a specific area of your business as voted by the community. So this is a great opportunity for you to engage, have your questions answered, and of course get unstuck and get coaching right on the spot. The third thing the Lucrative Business Academy offers are our amazing global networking event. That's right. So you can join us online for our global networking event, where you get to connect with members all across the world. Inside of our networking event, you get access to 3 guaranteed one-to-one appointments, which gives you the opportunity for joint ventures, collaborations, and of course a great way to meet your ideal clients. The fourth thing that the Lucrative Business Academy offers are of course our amazing speaking opportunities. That's right, we offer our members speaking opportunities both offline and online inside of our networking events and our live events. So as a member, you get to flex your muscles on the stage, in person or online, in front of a global audience, which is an incredible way to build your brand. And last but certainly not least, as a member of the Lucrative Business Academy, you get access to an amazing community of other lucrative ladies who are on the same journey as you and are waiting to cheer you on, helping you to achieve your goals, and of course provide accountability so that you are not going this journey alone. Now, the Lucrative Business Academy pricing starts as low as $49 per month, and you get a huge discount if you buy the whole year upfront. I think that the Lucrative Business Academy is one of the best things that we have ever created. And if you are ready to scale your business quickly, then we invite you to join us today. So to do that, all you have to do is head to the link in the description or head to this link, academy.thelucrativelady.com/yes, and you can get in right now. That is academy.thelucrativelady.com/yes, and you can get access right now to all of the coaching, support, community, and everything that you have inside of the Lucrative Business Academy. So with that being said, I look forward to seeing you on the inside, my friend. Until then, make sure you create a lucrative business and life that you love. See you later, Lucrative Lady.
Oh, hi everyone. My third guest today, the wonderful Lorraine. Serenading me there. Do you like that?
Thank you. I love that.
Yes. Do more, Pam, do more. So yeah, we're about to go live. Thank you so much. You guys have been joining and asking questions and just keeping the buzz alive. We really appreciate it.